Welcome back. Uh, so we have Naveen sir with us.
Pranam everyone.
So please do excuse me if I feel a little nervous. So sir, I think Shabnam shared a very brief yet beautiful journey about the kids courseware. What we want to know from you here is, we know that every product comes to you as a vision for humanity. What was your vision with the kids courseware?
Okay. So actually, this is a very long trail question. It has multiple dimensions to it. It has me as a father involved in it, who raised two kids and saw what this program can do, because this is what it has done to my children. So I think this program, which Shabnam and the team Kit2 has designed, and all of you have worked on it, I think it's a product coming from parent to a child in one way, if you want to say that. Yes, but that's an emotion behind it. But as you know, in NV Life, we began our journey from ICU case, right? And we saw if we do this much, it makes this big difference to someone's life. And at various forums, I have said that, I mean, if we do this much for a child, rather than we do that for a 60-year-old person, then we transform not just one person, but we transform the entire generation and the ecosystem, because a child has a life. But a child's program, child means 7 to 21, this program is meant for it. A child program has to be a child's play.
Yeah.
It can't be Naveen Varshneya's play, because if it is Naveen Varshneya play, then it is 500 pages, right? And,
so many people are fearing, by the way.
Yes. So I think it took us, when you, Tapas, and the other girls were working, we first conceived that we will teach our children emotions, what is emotion, and then we'll say this range of children will go through first this phase, till we teach them how to study. And that was a very big, our children have to leave the study, and potentially parents, and be in a lab for a few years to learn all this. So it took us iteration and iteration, but now I'm glad that the way it has worked out is, it's simple. Every child has to go to bed approximately 18 minutes before the usual time, and they can experience effortless excellence, the name which is given to it. Those who are from the community would know it is predominantly based on OTB, defrosting, emotional body, SOC, day hunting, but it is made in such a simple way that a child wouldn't know these terms potentially from 7 to 21. We have given their own, but it's just simple. So I'll show you what have you shown. The first sample, which is designed, has come out. We're going to go through some changes in it by the time we start shipping out. So I don't know which one is a theory book. This is a theory book.
Let me see. Yeah, this is a theory book.
So this is a theory book. If you can, I don't know, the lights.
I can move it a little forward.
Yeah, yes, okay. So just giving a glance in it. So it's made quite colorful. So this is around, I think, 100 pages. The idea is that I don't want a child to come to the website or to a mobile device. They already have too many distractions. So we spend enormous amount of time saying, how do we make a child intimate with self? Because if you ask, the real challenge that our generations are facing is that they're just not intimate with themselves. And the second problem they have is, it's a typing generation, not writing generation. When you write, it is your self-expression. It comes from your spirit, the way you write it and your handwriting and everything. But when you type, it is your ego typing it. And in writing, when you're writing something about yourself, you can't lie.
Yeah, I remember you once said this.
You can never lie. You cannot write with pen something about yourself and say. So when you are scoring yourself, what was your attention span in the class of maths today? When a child writes, let's say 6, he will think twice before writing 6. Is it 5? Is it 7? But if you ask him to type in a mobile app,
or use the radio button also for that.
Yeah.
कुछ भी उठा लो.
कुछ भी उठा लो.
Yeah.
So बच्चे टाइप करने में कुछ भी कर देंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि लिखने में नहीं करेंगे, बट लिखने में करेंगे तो हॉन्ट करेगा.
Correct.
So this program is designed कि ठीक है, लेक्चर हैं आपके ऑनलाइन और OTP तो करना पड़ेगा. तो जो प्रैक्टिस सेशन है जिससे कि वो 18 मिनट जो वो बिता रहे हैं उसमें 3 कंपोनेंट, 3 + 7 + 8. 3 minutes of diagnosis, 7 minutes of defrosting and prevention, and 8 minutes of OTP. So OTP करते करते आप लेट जाएंगे, आपको नींद आ जाती है बच्चे को. ठीक है, काम तो हो गया. So is it really 18 minutes? It's actually, if you ask me, it's really 10 minutes.
It's really 10 minutes. Yeah.
अब इसके इफेक्ट जो है वो इतने बढ़िया है कि बच्चे को स्ट्रगल नहीं करनी पड़ रही है, नर्वस नहीं है, अटेंशन स्पान क्लास में बढ़ गया, शाम को होमवर्क करने में आधा घंटा कम लग रहा है, स्पिरिट इज ओपनड अप. ठीक है, बच्चा खुल के बात कर सकता है. सो that entire toxicity which we see between parents and child and school, the results which we have seen so far is कि ये उस toxicity को remove कर रहा है. So you asked me a very long trail question, so I gave you a very long trail answer.
I'm glad you did, because the vision is something that everybody should hear.
But for those who know NV Life, long trail का last
is yes, please go right.
To be short, right? वो ये है कि you'll see कि हम लोग जो है सिर्फ एक टॉप लेयर, हम लोग 12 साल से 13 साल से स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे. We were not able to explain ourselves. और किसी को एक्सप्लेन करना तो उसे कहते थे पूरा पोथा पढ़ लिया हमारी किताब का, और चेतना में 21 दिन तक रगड़, तब तेरे को समझ में आएगा कि हम क्या है. तो मैं उन सभी शूरवीरों का धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ 12 सालों में, जिन्होंने हमें झेला और ट्रांसफॉर्म हुए. और आपकी वजह से आज हम हैं यहाँ पर, तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी लोगों का. बट बच्चों पर इतना अत्याचार करने का मन नहीं हुआ
जितना इन लोगों पे किया.
तो वो ठीक नहीं है. तो पहली बार हम लोग एक प्रोडक्ट अप्रोच लेकर के आए. प्रोडक्ट का मतलब है कि अगर आप ऑनलाइन लेक्चर जो मैं दूंगा साइंस समझाने के लिए, यदि आप वो भी नहीं सीखना चाहते, नहीं जानना चाहते, डेप्थ में नहीं जाना चाहते, मत जाइए. वर्कबुक की थ्योरी बुक भी अगर आप नहीं पढ़ना चाहते, मत पढ़िए. आप जो दूसरे वाला ट्रैकर है, इसमें यहाँ ट्रैकर है, वीक में कंसोलिडेशन है. जैसे अगर आप देखना चाहें तो ये आपको दिखेगा, बड़ा सिंपल सा है. ठीक है, ये इतना सिंपल आपको लगेगा ये तो मैं खुद ही पेन पेपर से बच्चे को बना के दे देता हूँ प्रिंट आउट लेकर के. तो ये गलती मत करना. जो इसकी डेप्थ में है पढ़ा हुआ, उससे आप बच्चे को क्या करना चाहिए, बच्चे को डिप्राइव कर देंगे. राइट, सिंपल किया है, इसको सिंप्लीफाई नहीं किया है. The moment you try to simplify, you lose the value in it. So that's, if you ask me, the vision is कि अगर आज बच्चा 18 मिनट पहले बिस्तर पर चला जाता है और उसकी सिर्फ एक नींद अच्छी हो जाती है. आई हर्ड कि जितने मेरे को फीडबैक मिलती है, नींद की प्रॉब्लम बच्चों को भी होनी शुरू हो गई है. अब नींद की प्रॉब्लम अगर हो गई है तो यू कैन बी 100% श्योर, तुम अपने बच्चों को करोड़ों दे दो, बच्चा बर्बाद है. नींद इज द फाउंडेशन फॉर मेंटल हेल्थ, रिलेशनशिप्स, achievements, success, happiness, peace, anything you do in life. And when our movie comes on sleep, you will know what we are talking about. So
yeah, that's बहुत बढ़िया सर, समराइज हो गया बहुत अच्छी तरह से. बट शायद पता नहीं दूसरा वाला भी
छोटे छोटे प्रश्न क्या करो छोटा सा
सर काम इतना बड़ा है, प्रश्न छोटे होते ही नहीं है।
तो आंसर बड़ा है बट प्रोडक्ट बहुत छोटा है
True, true. So I think another thing that was coming to my mind when it comes to childhood, I would say I had a very different childhood compared to what I am witnessing today, especially with my sister also. She's almost a decade younger to me. So it's a whole different generation.
That's already two generations.
Two generations. Thank you. So what I'm saying is that in today's day and time, the childhood definition has changed very much because the problems are very different. Children are facing problems like anxiety, depression, which we might have had, but we never felt that way. We were a very different generation, and I'm sure the generations before that was different. So is this program going to impact the way children learn how to live? Or
right.
What is it?
This reminds me actually an example. Of course, I have n number of examples from my both children, Tapaswini and so on. Well, this reminds me a couple of years back, मैं शाम को पार्क में जहाँ पर हमारे यहाँ बड़ा लंबा चौड़ा सा पार्क है, यहाँ पे क्रिकेट एंड फुटबॉल खेले जाते हैं, तो मैं शाम को एक दिन चला गया। आप जैसे जानते होंगे वीकेंड पर शाम को जो रहता है वो ये रहता है कि लेडीज के लिए बड़ा अत्याचार होता है। Suddenly you have irrational husband and very demanding children on a Saturday.
Yes.
तो लेडीज ने क्या कर रखा है, बड़ा अच्छा सा डिजाइन कर रखा है कि देखिए आपका इंटरेक्शन बच्चे के साथ अनिवार्य है, इसे लेकर के जाइए और 2 घंटे से पहले आइए। आई नीड टू बी, ठीक है। तो मदर्स हैव ओनली 2 hours ऑन द वीकेंड, फिर उसका खाना वाना बनाना पड़ता है। सो यू सी लॉट ऑफ बुड्ढे फादर उसी दिन 5 दिन का स्ट्रेच भी करते रहते हैं कि थोड़ा सा कि जॉइंट वॉइंट शायद खुल जाए, ठीक है। तो वो बच्चे को क्रिकेट खिला रहा, अब वो 4-5 साल का बच्चा होगा, 6 साल का होगा, बैट भी उसके यहाँ तक आ रहा था, प्लास्टिक का था जैसे छोटा लकड़ी का बैट, और बाप ने क्या किया हुआ था, बहुत डिस्टेंस से वो बॉल फेंका। बहुत देर हो गई, जब मैं देखता रहा तो वो बॉल को बच्चा टच नहीं कर पा रहा। वही तो टेनिस बॉल थी वो, और तो ठप्पा लगाने के बाद वैसे ही कभी लेफ्ट कभी राइट, तो और सामने भी जाए तो बच्चा उससे पहले बैट होगा। So I don't know what happened to me. Generally, I don't interfere, but I walked up to the child while the father was running to catch the ball. I just whispered in his ear one thing, कि जब डैड तेरे बॉल लेकर के रन अप हुए, तेरा ध्यान सिर्फ बॉल पर रहना चाहिए और कहीं नहीं, ठीक है। And I just stood there the impact of it. अब ये 6 साल का 7 साल का बच्चा होगा, 5-6-7 साल का बच्चा होगा, and I whispered and I came out and I started watching. For whatever 15-20 minutes I was there, उस बच्चे ने एक भी बॉल मिस नहीं करी।
वाओ,
ठीक है। कितना आसान है बच्चे को सिखाना। बुढ़े को सिखा दो ये बात तो कहेगा तुम कौन होते हो मुझे बताने,
पहले 10 सवाल और
10 सवाल और पूछे, ठीक है। What is the difference this one tip created to him? अब यदि वो बच्चा पूरा 1 घंटा, बाप के तो जॉइंट खुल गए, बच्चा बॉल को टच नहीं कर पा रहा, तो वो फ्रस्ट्रेट होकर के घर जाएगा, उसके इमोशनल बॉडी क्या रहेगी। With this will make a difference to now, yes, I can beat my father or I can touch the ball, and so it's basically this program हमने कहा तो है कि score more, play more, study less, बट जिस तरह की आपने बात करी जनरेशन गैप और ये सब की, उसमें we look, these kids are we were information age, मतलब हमारे लिए अगर हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन है तो बहुत है। मैंने एक किताब में यहाँ पर एक एग्जांपल आपको दिया है, पढ़िएगा जब आप ऑर्डर करें। बट ये जो एज है ये विजडम की एज है। A child is expected to have the wisdom and not माँ बाप की विजडम अपनी। एक तो माँ बाप बहुत इम्पोज करते हैं, ठीक है। So you need to learn how to just step back. So कहने के लिए ये प्रोग्राम है कि बच्चा स्कोर मोर करेगा, but actually it's a mental health program. चुपचाप साइलेंटली what we're doing is we're restoring the mental health. तो हमारा जो ब्रोशर है, प्लीज गो थ्रू इट, वेरी वेल डिजाइन, और 6-7 स्लाइड्स में ही आपको बात समझ में आ जाएगी कि ये प्रोग्राम बच्चे को किस तरह से इम्पैक्ट करता है।
I think the only word I caught on to from the entire last answer that you gave is that we are kind of, or this product, not we, it's never us, it's always the product. The product is a child whisperer, exactly what you did to the kid.
Yeah, it's a soft and subtle.
Yeah.
And now that you say that, I have done that. I have written there for a message for parents. It's there on the website too. Please visit the website too. We have put in very crisp information. Hopefully, we have done it very simple job this time, contrary to our tradition. So I'll request to parents that this program cannot be forced upon a child.
Yeah.
The best way is get this program and leave the workbook on a child's table, and a little nudge, a little this thing is around. बच्चा एक बार करेगा, दूसरी बार करेगा, 3 अटेम्प्ट 3 दिन में, 3 into 18 minute में, he'll get hooked onto it. And then, so I say this program is like, जब बच्चा छोटा होता है तो सबसे बड़ी जो प्रॉब्लम होती है लेडीज को कम होती है, जेंट्स को ज्यादा होती है, जब डायपर चेंज करना होता है मिडनाइट में, बट होती है, ठीक है। तो सबसे बड़ा रिलीफ होता है बच्चे को पॉटी ट्रेन करना।
Oh, yes.
और सेकंड रिलीफ होता है जब उस बच्चे को मुंह में ठूसना नहीं पड़ता और वो खाना खाना सीख जाता है, ठीक है।
Sorry.
तो आपकी, मेरी और हम सबकी अगर कोई मेहनत है तो यही है कि अगर बच्चा ये भरना सीख जाए और इस पर आ जाए तो जिंदगी भर के लिए आप निश्चिंत हो सकते हैं इस प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से। जैसे एक बार ड्राइविंग सीख लिया तो फिर सीख लिया। तो ये चाहे वो स्कोर मोर हो, चाहे वो बच्चे को डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन से हैंडल करना हो, चाहे वो किसी और चीज से हैंडल करना हो, it'll take care of all aspects of your child.
True.
मतलब it's not a magic pill. मतलब टाइम
करना तो पड़ेगा।
करके
पता चलेगा।
ऐसा नहीं कि पिल खा लिया।
And this again we speak as faculties कि कर लेना भाई। So sir, I remember Shabnam spoke about that one line of impact that came out from Dia's conversation, and of course that was the mood with every other kid we experimented with कि ये प्रोग्राम सिर्फ मेरे लिए नहीं है, मेरे जैसे बच्चे के लिए, बहुत तरीके के बच्चे हैं, a lot of different kind of students, kids will be trying it out. So if we have to talk about different kind of children trying it out, how do you see kids who are specially able, such as either on the autistic spectrum or are having some kind of learning disability, can they do this?
Okay, so
and what benefit, I mean, would come to them?
I mean, if a child has a problem in writing, for example, so this program, in a way, covers it. Directly, it doesn't cover it, right? That's where the mother or father can actually sit and lead the child into doing it. Depending upon slow learning, learning disability, जिसे हम बोलते हैं, I don't believe any such thing happens. It is just that आपने कहीं पे प्रेशर मार करके बच्चे को ठस कर दिया, ठीक है। थोड़ा सा अपना, you just back off as a mother and a father, leave the child alone, and the spirit, the moment it opens up.
And this is very true, sir, because we have done so many cases in the past few years.
We have done so many cases.
And through the diagnosis live, we have seen that it was not really, we translated as a learning disability, but at the root cause, it is what you were saying, that it was a pressurized.
In such cases, mothers should actually go through our programs, which we have done. Have this, work with the child on the book on a daily basis. Maybe you start monitoring the child's behavior through this thing. You will gain insights. Right now, parents behave in a panic, out of arrogance, out of power of their money and knowledge which they think they have. But there is no scope for child to express. So no, this program does not cover directly.
Yeah.
But does it exclude? No, we don't exclude that. You will definitely gain value out of it.
Okay. I think before we move on to the audience's question.
Oh, we have that.
Yeah. I want you to tell everybody about your experience in Spain and your experience with Soham, where you began to develop the program. How did you begin to train Soham with the tracker? And I know it didn't happen today. It began a few years back, where you first gave him a tracker, a schedule of sorts, and that kind of translated into the program.
Yeah, I know you guys have made a film on him, and it didn't happen in Spain. Spain क्यों बीच में गई?
सर वो आपने वहां पे जब हम बना रहे थे कोर्स वर्क वहां पे वो पूरा प्रेसिपिटेट हुआ with the tracker thing.
अच्छा. जब when I was in Spain.
Yes.
Okay. अच्छा नहीं लेकिन तुझे फॉरेन एलिमेंट जरूर
अरे ऐसा तो नहीं है, चलो अगले साल मैं जाके एक्सपीरियंस कर लूंगी.
हिंदुस्तानी प्रोडक्ट है हिंदुस्तान में हुआ है. So as you watch the video of Soham, and as you read on the website a message I have written for parents, I've taken Soham and my daughter Tapaswini's example in that to reach out to parents to tell them how my wife Anu and I have done parenting, good, bad, ugly. We will know as kids grow up, but it was quite effortless excellence so far. At least for us.
They're watching.
Okay, they're watching it. Soham went through a downtime in his life. He cites 3 examples of his life, which he was at the peak in football and exceptional, not really average or outstanding. Well, he was beyond anyone. He is still now. And then suddenly these events caused him kind of a depression. So his mother said, he has seen only victory in his life.
Yeah.
Allow him to go through the down.
Yeah.
Jis din uthana ho uthana hai. So 4, 5, 6 years, this boy became Pappu. Ek to weight gain ho gaya. Bahut goal sweet tha.
I have seen those pictures.
So rather than playing the football, he became football. एकेडमिक्स हमने पहले बोल रखा था कि थोड़ा बहुत कर लिया कर पास हो जाया कर, ऐसा ना हो कि तू क्लास में रह जाए. बट वो बोर्ड एग्जाम के टाइम पर वो फंस गया. एक ट्यूटर लगाई थी कि भाई तू सीख ले कुछ, उसे सिलेबस ही नहीं पता. सोम की ट्यूटर आई थी. अब वो 1 महीना उसको मैं बड़ा प्यार से सुबह सुबह बढ़िया से नए इनोवेटिव सैंडविच बना के खिलाता था कि सोम को कुछ पढ़ा देगी. वो जब भी ट्यूटर को खिलाता था सुबह आती थी बेचारी 6-7 बजे. तो अब वो जब जाता था देखा क्या वो सोहम अपना बैठा हुआ है किताब खोल करके और वो अपना मोबाइल पे चैट कर रही है. तो मैंने कहा इससे अच्छा मैं ये बेचारा टॉर्चर में जाए, मैं तेरे को सुपरवाइज करूं, तो ये तो सोल्यूशन है नहीं.
सैंडविच अलग से बने.
सैंडविच अलग से. ठीक है. So we got rid of her and she got rid of us. So when board exam came, that's where when he was nervous कि मैं fail ना हो जाऊँ, that's something little this thing. I think that's where the turning point in his life started, when I sat down with him. I wish he has those papers which I drew on his sheet before I traveled out for long. So I made a sheet for his, which you see in this book now.
As a tracker.
As a tracker.
Yeah.
But 1 महीना रह गया बोर्ड एग्जाम का और आपको सिलेबस भी नहीं पता, मार्किंग स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं पता है, बड़ा मुश्किल काम है. सिर्फ ट्रैकर वाज नॉट एनफ.
Right.
I looked at his subject and I said, एक काम कर, तू उठेगा इतने बजे और सोएगा इतने बजे. उठने में देर हो सकती है तेरी, अलाउड. सोने में देर नहीं होगी. एक कांस्टेंट रख, everything else will fall in place. So he said, ठीक है. Second constant in your everyday schedule is I think it was 60 minutes or 45 minutes on. I said, you must get out of the house and play with the ball. The reason was, if you are with the ball, your spirit is open, then your learning will come. Right. So these 2 things I made constant. And then I put a schedule for every subject and I mapped it to the prayer. So अगर आपका मैथ्स है, आप कहोगे मैथ्स है तो सुबह करना चाहिए, हिस्ट्री है तो दोपहर को करना चाहिए. No. I looked at his examination का schedule and timing. So I mapped it कि अगर तेरा मैथ्स का एग्जाम इस तारीख को 11 से 2 है, तो तुम मॉक टेस्ट 11 से 2 कर. 11 से 2 करेगा तो कैसे करेगा? खाली पेट होना चाहिए. So I made him endure more worse situations. Like they prepare in football कि तुम लोग 90 मिनट गेम खेलोगे तो तेरा स्टेमिना 120 मिनट का होना चाहिए, right? Minimum. So likewise, several things I did, and I said, I get out and let you do the self-assessment. So it became a game for him. He scored A grade in history. A grade in history. कौन करता है? हमारे यहाँ तो A grade क्या हिस्ट्री में हमारे 30-40% आते थे.
Correct.
But and other subjects too. The advantage I had with him was he's a very disciplined child.
Right.
His attention span in class was, when I started to talk to him, he said, ये आता है मुझे, ये मैंने क्लास में सीख लिया था, ये नहीं आता. So जो सीख लिया है, वो retain हो गया उसका. ये मेरे को advantage था उसके साथ.
Right.
Which probably, I mean, when I compare with myself, हम तो हर चीज को शुरू से ही शुरू करते थे हर बार. क्योंकि जितना भी सीखा होता था वो हमारा रिटेन तो होता नहीं था. फिर हम फिर पहले ए पे जाते थे, ए पे जाने से पहले किताब पे जिल्द चढ़ाते थे, कवर कराते थे, उस पे नाम लिखते थे, तब तक
10 तरह के
मार्कर. So compared to that, yes, that was an advantage. So that gave birth to it, and then in last 4-5 years we have given this to all the NV Life kids, wherever. So I'll say one of the advantage of being NV Life kid is your kids are sorted. I mean, we take care of them. We're very passionate about them. And we go out of the way to guide them. A cancer patient can work on cotton, but 18 साल का लड़का करियर डिसीजन बना रहा है, उसको मेरे 15 मिनट चाहिए. कैंसर पेशेंट कॉटन लगा दिया, ब्रीदिंग कर रहा है, कहीं नहीं जाने वाला. बट ये 15 मिनट इसके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. That's the advantage.
So shall we move on to a few questions from people?
मैं बहुत दिनों बाद बोल रहा हूँ ना, ज्यादा बोल रहा हूँ.
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही जा रहा है, मुझे तो लग रहा है सही जा रहा है. बाकी okay, so this is a common question coming from a lot of parents. They say that as parents they feel helpless. बच्चे बात नहीं सुनते.
अब इस प्रोग्राम में क्या करा है, प्रोडक्ट तो हमने सिंपल कर दिया, लेकिन इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है, आप इसे कहना चाहे बिजनेस मॉडल या कुछ प्राइसिंग मॉडल कहना चाहे, प्राइसिंग बड़ा सस्ता कर रखा, बट वो हमने बड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स कर दिया. ये मैकेंजी वाले बंदे आकर के हमको एडवाइस करके गए इस बार. ठीक है, तो ये कोई ऐसे छोटा मोटा इस बार हम काम नहीं किया, बहुत हेल्प लिया है. प्रॉब्लम बच्चों की नहीं है कि बच्चे सुनते नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम यह है कि आप सुनाते बहुत ज्यादा हो यार. आपके पास कहने के लिए कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन बोलते बहुत ज्यादा हो. So we have a module where we talk to parents. Jigyasa for parents. Please come there. I just gave an example, and I know you're not going to learn from one example because you'll say, अरे तुम तो अपने बच्चे को वैसे बिगाड़ रहे थे, फुटबॉलर बना रहे थे, हम तो अपने बच्चे को आइंस्टाइन बनाएंगे, तो क्या कंपैरिजन है. तो खैर आपकी बुद्धिमत्ता में आप तक छोड़ता हूँ, लेकिन I think one of the things which as parents, even as wherever you go as a leader, one of the things you have to learn in life is how to trust people and get out of their way. Don't stop their growth because you're obsessed with your knowledge. Allow this program to seep into a child a little bit, and you will see the difference. That you just need to learn to step back from the child. It doesn't mean the child is going to do everything right, or he will not be subject to various negative dark temptations. Your job is to supervise that. We're not taking away the parenting importance and significance, but you need to realize where you are significant and important in shaping the future of the child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. दूसरा वाला आ रहा है question. The second question is, sir, that parents are saying कि with COVID coming in, अब बच्चों को कुछ extra नहीं करना है. They don't wish to do anything extra. So although we have spoken about how this program is not something extra, it's just 18 minutes before going to bed and a few simple tick, tick, tick here or there with the trackers.
Yeah.
Yet how I think we should take this as a single pointed question and answer people that why this is not an extra effort. How do they talk to their kids about it?
I think this is already answered. A child is going to bed 18 minutes before bedtime, and he is allowed to not complete it and fall asleep while doing it. And he will fall or she will fall asleep for sure. And that takes care of the program, the solution. And then that's where the impact comes in. If your child attention in the class is only 20%, उसके बाद आप मारपीट करते हो बच्चे के साथ, ब्लैकमेल करते हो, ट्यूशन बाजी करवाना चाहते हो, एक्स्ट्रा क्लासेस लगवाना चाहते हो, अरे बर्डन तो वो है यार. मैं अगर 20% अटेंशन स्पान से बच्चे की अटेंशन स्पान 60% ले आऊं और बच्चे का फोबिया हिस्ट्री में, जियोग्राफी में अगर 50% कम कर दूं तो बच्चे के मार्क्स ऑलरेडी आ गए ना बिना पढ़े, क्योंकि वो क्लासरूम में तो जा ही रहा है. 60%, 70% time of a child from age 7 to 21 is going into academics, travel for academics, and worry about academics. What we are saying is, can you bring quality in that given time, and can I reduce from 60% time to 50% time so that you have more fun in life? So, और क्या लूटोगे इससे अच्छा क्या प्रोग्राम होगा?
Absolutely. So on one side we see the attention span increasing, and the amount of time you invest in learning is decreasing, which frees up space for a lot of other things.
Sure.
So I think we will kind of, shall we wrap up with this, the next question, which is kind of like a couple question. One part of it says that what do I do with a child who does not have any discipline, or does not have a passion, or doesn't want to really put in the effort? How do I get a child like that to do something like this?
Typically, a situation like this is, first of all, okay, let me say the belief with which, I mean, it's written in the book and everywhere it is written. Yeah, human life is not meant for suffering. If I have only one belief, this is a belief. I don't know how the exact words. You all know it if you are from any belief.
I have only one belief.
I have only one belief. Right. There's nothing like a child doesn't have inherent wisdom. There's nothing like a child is not passionate about something. Somehow, it's not to blame anyone. Somehow, the circumstances are such that events of the life are such that child just got distracted. So I give you a simple tip here. We heard from a lot of people. Now it's 5 years book, Meditation, The Cure was published. So a lot of people said that, hey, my husband, my wife, or my child will not read it. And we even have a case where we said, my father is in ICU, how can the book help? And I said, okay, you read the emotional body chapter and do OTB. And we found that when they reported that the father is recovering. Simple. Take this workbook, put it next to the bed. Kid has designed it in such a way the colors and everything will attract. Let him browse through it. Child will begin to find his directions. That's a simple way. Don't say, oh, I bought it today, start. No. In the workbook, I have requested there's a letter I've written for parents, there's a letter I've written to students, and those two letters are published on the website also. Please पढ़ें जरूर उन दोनों letters को. I've requested कि बच्चे को मैंने request किया इसमें 11 या 13 points दिए कि बेटे book आते ही इसे भरना मत शुरू कर. कुछ दिन लगा इसको flip कर और कभी theory पढ़ लिया कभी. Throw it out also for a day. Pick it up next day. Just watch how your energies are with the book. अब तो आ ही गई है. एक बार चला जाएगा तो हो ही जाएगा. But now that the cure is in your hand, prepare yourself. Take your time.
Yeah. And a final question from a parent was that, बच्चा अगर boarding school में, the child is far away from me. How do I enable the child to come on to this program and take it forward?
Oh, you are very fortunate that your child is away from you.
नाम बाद में बताओगे किसका था?
You're very lucky. Ship it to the child and stay away. Child will pick up his wisdom, his or her wisdom automatically. You don't have to initiate the child. ये जो आपका I बार आता है ना, I think you should keep between husband and wife only. You do a good job there. Spare your child. Your job is how do you create and facilitate an environment where child finds his own wisdom, not your knowledge. And I say this, you would still not like it because you're a helicopter parent or you're a panic kind of, because it is against your prestige. Your other friends are doing that, and if you don't do that, you feel, oh, I am a lousy mother. So let me mess up with my child rather than having a FOMO.
Okay.
So please realize, and you have seen it. Let's take an average age of child, 10. By the time your child reaches 30, which is 20 years from now, what do you think is going to be important for the child? In 20 years, you're talking about a huge paradigm shift. You do not know the kind of life will be there. Unless there's only one thing which will save your child. Only one thing, his ability to walk into unknown with curiosity. So he faces a problem, it's unknown. And if he can handle that with curiosity and solve it, that's the only thing your child as a tool should be equipped with. You can give him degree, you can give him a lot of flats and villas and bank balance. Yeah. If it is a man, I mean, the woman will take it away. If it is a woman, she will do nothing about it. So it's of no use. This tool will help your child, girl or boy, whosoever that is.
आपने ये 10 और 30 की बात कर दी, मेरी hunting हो गई. अब मैं ये सोच रही हूँ कि when I was 10, life was so different, and today at 30, it is actually, I mean, nothing of my education.
अरे वो छोड़ दो यार. 3 साल लगा लो.
Exactly.
Before pandemic and now.
After pandemic. True.
Do you feel same way the way you used to?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And the way dynamics are today in the world, every year is a new generation now. So, ये mug up करके, score करके,
rote learning,
diversify your child into 20 things and allow child to fail into 20 things to become robust, like my wife did that with Sohabki. He fail only then. He must know the failure first before he talks about success, and it worked. The child is more robust today. But you want your child कि इस वीक के टेस्ट में इसके 99 आने चाहिए, and you say I'm graceful, इस पे ज्यादा प्रेशर नहीं डाल रही, 99 is good enough, right? और अगले वीक भी 99. No, बच्चे के 70 आने दो यार, उसको पता तो चले कि 70 पे कैसा फील होता है, 90 पे कितना होता है. How much I want, how much to study, you allow no space for a child to do self-assessment.
True.
So, but I can go on. But,
So, sir, I think just one last concluding line, because I know you have seen every line of the content which has been developed.
Yeah.
Your favorite line, and I know you'll hate me for this later on, but your favorite line from the entire courseware which is there.
I don't have a favorite line from the courseware, but as you speak, there's a line coming. There's a song. किसका है वो? अंग्रेजी का है. Leave the kids alone.
Hey, teacher, leave us kids alone.
Hey, parents, leave the kids alone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Pranam. We'll see you around.